Well, good morning, Bears fans. Boy, what a day today is going to be. If I'd written a script at the beginning of the season and told you that the Bears would have a chance to clinch the division and the playoffs in a revenge game late in the season at Green Bay, you probably would have written me off as cliche and told me, well, such things don't really happen in life. It never falls together that way. Well, guess what? It has. This game has a lot on the line, and it has a chance to inject some fun and some relevance back into this rivalry, as the Bears have been a little bit of a doormat in this rivalry for way too long. Looking at the game today, let's start on the offensive side of the ball. The nose tackle Jenkins for Green Bay was listed as questionable this week. They're not sure he's going to play. Obviously, this video is being done before the final who's in and who's out report. Looking at him, there's already some question about Green Bay's ability to stop the run, and Jordan Howard happens to be heating up at just the right time. It could be a game where the Bears choose to kind of grind it out, limit Aaron Rodgers' chance to be on the field. The Green Bay Packers' big playability, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Howard and Cohen absolutely getting some heavy carry numbers. Howard might have his first, 20 plus 25 running game of the season. I really wouldn't be surprised to see that. He might have as many as 27. I don't think he gets to 30, but it's not unreasonable to say he could get to 27 carries in this game, and Cohen as well. Now, Green Bay Packers, of course, play a 3-4 defense, so you're not going to see the Bears fighting to the outside. You're going to see the Bears trying to keep the ball in the power lanes, trying to hit the lanes between those, the nose guard and the defensive ends. Combination blocks, drive those players off the ball, combo up to the next level. That standard zone blocking scheme, trying to two men take two men all the way across the line, get everybody blocked, give Howard, who has great vision, a chance to see the lanes as they develop, choose a lane, and then get downhill quickly into it. The Bears didn't run the ball with excellence in their first meeting with the Packers, and being able to do so this week is going to really determine a lot. If they can get that going, it takes a lot of the pressure off Mitch Trubisky. Not only does he not feel like he has to be the hero that wins the game and kind of force throws, but it allows him to do what he does best, which is play off of play action. The defense taking half a second to check versus run versus pass. He has a better chance of finding that first read, which is kind of where he still is in his development. That first read quarterback who needs to find his target quickly before he takes off. By the way, without getting into the whole nuts and bolts of it, that's not uncommon for young quarterbacks, and especially a second quarterback in his second offense in as many seasons. I mean, look, you can say what you want, but he's essentially having a second rookie season, and if you understand it that way, you're pretty happy with the progress that he's shown, despite some of the kind of glaring inconsistencies. But the reality is, the Packers starting cornerback opposite Jaire Alexander looks to be on the injury report as well. There are questions about whether or not he'll play. Obviously, if he doesn't play, that puts pressure on the Green Bay defense to try to contain Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, Trey Burton, Cohen out of the backfield, Anthony Miller coming across the middle. So if the Bears' weapons can find their space this week against the man defense, kind of break those routes crisply, create some separation, give some space and some windows for Trubisky to throw into off of the run with the defense already going backwards because they don't know, coming forwards because they don't know if the run is coming at them. We have a chance to really kind of have an offensive game plan here that can move the ball against the Packers. Looking defensively, obviously Aaron Rodgers is always a threat. And one of the things is you often hear me say here in this spot, get the quarterback off his spot, get him moving, get him going. With Rodgers, the problem is that that's when he's actually better. Getting him off the spot, getting him rolling out, getting him out of the pocket, that's when he starts improvising, and then things begin to break down on defense, and he just finds a guy and throws it, kind of almost street ball, backyard ball. The thing with Rodgers is you have to rush him very disciplined. You got to be in your lanes. You got to have contain. You have to not let him slip out. But an interesting thing is happening here, Bears fans. Brian Bulaga is listed as questionable, and everything I'm reading says the Packers do not expect him to play. And even if he does play, he is going to be hampered by a significant injury. Now that's relevant. Normally you'd be talking about the left tackle having injury issues, but here with the right tackle, some of you are wondering, why in the world do we care about a right tackle? We care about the right tackle because you have a double up on the right side of Akeem Hicks and Khalil Mack. And when you've got that kind of guy coming at a backup offensive tackle, you are going to absolutely devote everything in your offense to stopping them. So you're going to see double blocks, triple blocks. You'll see the guard tackle blocking Hicks to try to keep him out of the backfield, and Mack trying to rush in. You'll see a back on him, maybe even a center who's checking backside. You are really going to see a large devotion of offensive assets to try to keep those guys out. Now, on the other side, you got Eddie Goldman, you've got Roy Robertson Harris, Jonathan Bullard, and you've got Leonard Floyd. Now, Floyd obviously has to take advantage of this situation, and that's another conversation we could have. But the reality is that these players have an opportunity for some one-on-one blocks because of what's going on the other side. So when you look at all of it, Bears fans, I think we have a chance to get after Rodgers if we can stay disciplined and stay in our lanes, and our defensive backs can continue to do what they did last week, which is keep the receivers covered, keep the receivers in front of them, stick to their man, and make Rodgers hold the ball. We have a chance to get home if we can stay disciplined and not just get this is one of those games we talk about. Quarterback pressures, just get pressure on the quarterback. It'll take care of so much. No, not with Rodgers. The key thing with Rodgers is not pressures necessarily, because as I said, he's really good when under pressure and gets out of the pocket. The key thing with Rodgers is getting sacks. It's getting to the line quickly, getting him on the ground. If you can do that, if you can get that clock in his head to start ticking, he's proven in the past that he'll throw some inaccurate throws once he starts realizing that the pass rush is coming and he's got to get the ball out. So I would look for the Bears defense to try to do that. Look for them to attack that right side relentlessly. Look for them to move players around and come after that right side combo with fresh players in waves, hard and attacking and fast, kind of all game long. Hopefully the backside, you'll probably see a fair bit of Leonard Floyd over on the right, so Khalil Mack gets some one-on-one blocking on the left. Trying to free up Akeem Hicks to go after the quarterback. You'll probably see that too. I don't know if you'll see as much cornerback blitzing with Callahan out, but Sherrick McManus is a special teams guy. He kind of specializes in darting into close spaces and bringing down opposing ball carriers. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for Fangio to dial up a cornerback blitz using the personnel that he's got. I just wouldn't be expecting it. I don't think that's going to be a staple of the defense this week. So, guys, looking ahead at this game, it's a revenge game. The Bears have everything to play for. If we come out fired up and motivated and don't, take our foot off the throttle, I got a feeling this could be a game with some real positive results. Of course, you never want to take any opponent for granted, especially when their quarterback's name is Aaron Rodgers. But Bears fans, let's enjoy a good game and let's hope for a win, because we really have a chance to win this, and so we're not hoping in vain. Well, look forward to seeing you guys after the game. Bear down and see you on the boards.